What's up guys, Kicks here and welcome back to another episode of this Crystal Palace FIFA 16 career mode. A couple of quick updates before we begin. I have bought a webcam, HD webcam, so hopefully face cam will be coming to these videos to make it a bit more interesting for you guys. I've made a Facebook page as well, so go ahead, obviously facebook.com/KidsWillKick7, go ahead and show that some support, like, share the posts, etc, etc. And also I've ordered a Blue Yeti microphone which is due to be here tomorrow, so this will hopefully be the last episode with shocking commentary quality, so hopefully it will be vastly improved. We'll improve the content with the webcam and the microphones, and it should get a little bit better. But since FIFA 16 the channel has shown incredible growth, so thank you guys for all your support and everything on that, and this series seems to be going down really well. A lot of you really enjoying it as well, so keep doing that, keep liking the vids, and we'll keep putting the content out there. But first of all, you can see we've got a massive game at home to Chelsea. Obviously we got the win, a narrow win at Stamford Bridge, 2-1. We had to come from behind to get it, and you can see it's been quite an even opening first half. A couple of half chances for both teams, no one really completely through on goal. Pedro with the chance just before half time there for Chelsea, but couldn't get the header on target. So it finished, the first half finished Crystal Palace 0, Chelsea 0, and so far we haven't performed badly against one of the top sides in the league. They are right up there, of course, but second half Chelsea were much the brighter side. You can see Ramirez coming out early doors, hitting that effort on his left foot, which come back off the crossbar, fortunately for us. But Oscar then picked up the ball after a defensive mistake from us, and he struck the ball from the edge of the box, and that was not far wide. But Chelsea made a few changes, we made a few changes, and we decided to try and take the game to them a little bit. Wilfred Zaha's effort there, deflecting wide, but with 20 minutes to go, we come forward once more. James McArthur playing the ball into Punch, and it's a brilliant turn, but unfortunately his effort was straight at Begovic, who could palm it down and gather up the loose ball. But we made a double change. Seydou Berahino and Daily Sinkgraven both coming on. Hopefully fresh legs and a bit of creativity will help us to get the breakthrough goal that we're looking for here. And Sinkgraven immediately involved. He's brought down by Willian. Free kick in a dangerous area, and because of the position of this free kick, I actually prefer a left footer to try and bend it around the outside of the wall into the back of the net. And it's a really good free kick. Begovic parries. We challenge him for the rebound. I think it was Cabaye going in, but somehow Chelsea managed to keep it out. And there's just 7 minutes remaining now, so a goal would win it for either side, but it didn't come. Crystal Palace 0, Chelsea 0. Decent point, you could argue. Again, it's another draw. I know we've had loads of those, but against Chelsea, we're not complaining too much. And you remember Oliver Payne, we actually put him on the loan list at the end of the last episode. He actually moved to Crewe on a permanent deal, £250,000. We decided to accept it, and off he went. 150,000 of that, added to our transfer budget. Not that that's going to make any difference whatsoever. But time for an FA Cup replay now. Wickham, who came oh so close to eliminating us from this competition. It was only Joel Ward's heroic strike deep into added time that has earned us this replay. So hopefully we got the chance to put things right. You can see the squad is a strong one. Couple of changes. Obviously this time McCarthy is starting in goal. You've got Joe Gomez and Damien Delaney coming in there. Berahino is the man who's been given the task of leading the line, even though he is not firing on all cylinders. But it was Wickham who had the bright opening start. The first save of the game was done by McCarthy. That shot was definitely heading into the top corner, but a few minutes later we had a break of our own. Wilfred Zaha getting in space down the right. He was brought down as he took the shot. No penalty, says the ref, and the ball flew over the crossbar. But we continued to push forward. You can see on the half-hour mark, chance for Berahino to grab a rare goal, but it just will not happen for him. His effort beats the keeper, but cannons back off the crossbar, and still he cannot find the back of that net. But Kennedy coming forward now, very little support. He decided to have a pot shot. It was awful. Nowhere near the goal, not causing any problems whatsoever. But we move into the second half. The ball comes in, flies across goal. A touch on that from either Dyer or the striker, and that was surely going to end up in the back of the net. It did turn out that the cross got a deflection, so it was a corner. The ball was in deep. McArthur comes a long way. It's a really poor header, I think, from Jedinak, and the ball is smashed home by Hayes. Even the guys on the line couldn't get there. A real mix-up at the back, a comedy of errors. You can see McCarthy caught in no man's land. Don't know what Jedinak's doing with that header, but the finish, take absolutely nothing away from that. First time, left-footed, right into the top corner. And we find ourselves behind at the hands of Wickham again, and they were very compact, just like they were in the first game. Very difficult team to break through. You can see we kept getting in behind the lines, but just as we were about to get the shot, they got a tackle in, or we couldn't really get a clean effort in on goal, and we continue to keep coming forward. We do that here with Kennedy down the left. He fires it across goal. It looks as though Wickham's going to have a tap in, but the ball is smashed over his own crossbar, and that was the last time we got in behind the defence. So those fans can celebrate a giant killing, if you like. League 2 Wickham causing the big upset, and we are now out of both domestic competitions. So real disappointment for us there. But as you know, the transfer window has opened. We put in a bid for Dele Alli on a permanent. They didn't accept it, so we're going to try and bring him in on loan instead. He is in fact loan listed. He is young, obviously. Jedinak, who is the player we're looking to move on, but Lee Chung-yong has moved on, so we're going to replace some of the players in the squad with a bit of youth and try and build for the future. Dele Alli, will have a good look at him if we can bring him in on loan and see what he's like and decide whether or not we want to go ahead and possibly sign him permanently next year. But we've got another massive Premier League game now. We've just played Chelsea, of course, in the league, and now it's a trip to the Etihad to face Manchester City. Very strong lineup from them. Willy Caballero's actually preferred in goal, which was a surprise, but here's our lineup. It's a strong one. Cabaye, MacArthur, Punch and Balassi, Sinclair and Vardy is the midfield and attack, and then the defence pretty much as you were. We like to keep it strong at the back. We've got a very good defensive record. I think the best in the league in terms of goals conceded, so no need to make any real changes there. But this was a mix-up at the back from City, and if there's one man, you know, that you don't want a chance to fall to in our team, it probably is perhaps Suarez. But unfortunately, he was the man that got on the end of it, and the finish was shocking. But Wilfred Bonney there coming really close for City with a powerful effort on the edge of the box, and then we have an effort of our own here. The ball falls to Jason Punchin, but straight into the arms of Caballero. So a very even opening half hour. We continue to push forward. We're not going to go defensive and sit back. We're going to put City under pressure. You can see Balassi getting there, not once but twice, denied by Caballero, who's having a really good first half as it happened. But corner came in, he was actually beaten to it. It was a real mistake from him there. James MacArthur heads it back across goal, but nobody could divert it inwards. And the half ends Man City 0, Crystal Palace 0. So a really tight game, struggling both sides to just put the ball in the back of the net, really. Both of us have had chances, but we move into that second half. Jamie Vardy gets in behind the defence, little support. He has a really good effort from a tight angle, which actually wasn't too far away. There was nothing else he could have done other than hold the ball up. But we're approaching the hour mark now, and City gained a little bit of control. Yaya Toure, you see, through on goal here. Poor effort, but McCarthy makes an absolute meal of it and somehow diverts the ball into that bottom corner. So City take the lead. Really poor goalkeeping. That's a couple of mistakes in a row now from McCarthy. As you can see, it just comes off his elbow. He doesn't react to the flight of the ball very well at all. And we find ourselves one down with a real mountain to climb now. Just 25 minutes remaining. City came forward again. Bonney hits the deck in the box. Referee says penalty. That was a real sloppy penalty to give away. I don't know what Bonney's doing there, squaring up to Eric Dyer, but there was just bodies all over the show. Very disorganised at the back. You can see a couple of feet going in. It's a bit of a tangle. Bonney goes down. Penalty's given. Yaya Toure has the chance to grab his second and City's second, which he does, sending McCarthy the wrong way, completely wrong footing him, and now we have a massive mountain to climb. And as you know now, we've only got about 20 minutes remaining, so if we're going to get back into it, we're going to have to do it now. You can see Vardy hitting a shot, which was blocked by Zabaleta, and then the referee awards a penalty here to everybody's surprise. The ball, after Zabaleta blocked it, kind of fell loose. Vardy ran in to try and smack it goalwards, kicks Otamendi, goes over Zabaleta, who's still on the floor, and the referee gives a penalty. We're not complaining, obviously, as long as Cabaye can stick the ball in the back of the net, which he does, sending Willy Caballero the wrong way. So we're back in the game. I'd rather Cabaye just got the ball rather than worried about skidding along the floor in front of the crowd, but let him enjoy his moment, why not? But we are now back in this game, and we've got about 18 minutes to try and get us something out of this game. You can see Jamie Vardy is the man who's going to make that happen. He's up front on his own. He's got a lot to do. He's got a defender to beat here. He just runs at him. He's brought down. Now, our instinct said that was outside the area, but the referee gives a penalty. It's the foul by Otamendi. And you can see here, we're going to have a look at the slow motion replay to see whether contact was inside or outside the box. And the referee got it spot on. An absolutely brilliant call. Just inside the area. Jamie Vardy's momentum takes him outside the box, but Cabaye has the chance to get his second and get us back on level terms with the third penalty of this game, this incredible game. Cabaye steps up, same corner, same result. Manchester City 2, Crystal Palace 2. This time I don't really care what he does with his celebration. He can run over there, skin his knees, do whatever he wants to do. But really, really good penalty from Cabaye. This time it wasn't finessed. He just smashes his foot through the ball. Now we have only 6 minutes left. Really, really good save from McCarthy, making up for his earlier mistakes. And then the ball comes back off the post. And then another good save. Somehow City didn't get themselves back in front. But you can see now just 2 minutes remaining. Jamie Vardy trying to make something happen. He does. There's a missed kick at the back from Kompany. It's a good save from Caballero. Could that be the last opportunity of the game, or are City going to catch us on the attack and possibly win this? It's a really good flick from Ambrose. Gets himself away from the defence. But luckily fires high and wide. So we are now deep into injury time. Vardy with a 1-2. It's actually Saho gets onto the end of the pass. Can he win it for us? No, it comes off the post, but substitute Dwight Gale is on hand to turn it into the back of the net. An incredible comeback. Manchester City 2, Crystal Palace 3 from 2-0 down away from home. 20 minutes left. We've managed to get 3 goals and take the lead with just seconds on the clock. City, of course, piled everything forward. Gael Clichy smashes the ball against Zuma. They're going to get a corner. Willy Caballero is up there. Everybody's up there. We've just got to get it clear, and we have pulled off a dramatic victory. But ghosting in at the near post was the smallest man on the pitch. Raheem Sterling somehow escaped his man, rose above everybody, and got City back on level terms with what surely must be the last touch of the game. We scored deep into stoppage time, so how City have managed to have the time to go up the other end to score, I don't know. Really shocking that we couldn't keep our concentration. It's an old habit of ours, conceding late after going ahead, but to be honest, I'm not going to complain. If you'd have offered me a point 20 minutes from time, I'd have taken that being 2-0 down. But as you can see, good news, Dele Alli has decided to join us on loan for the season from Tottenham, so we're going to have a look at him. He's a player that we're interested in bringing in permanently, as long as he fits into the side quite well. And the news that Patrick McCarthy has agreed terms with Leeds United, I think it was, I can't really see. Apologies, Leeds United. His contract was obviously up, it was expiring, and he's decided that he doesn't want to renew it with us. We didn't offer him a new deal anyway, so it is kind of mutual interest for the player to part ways with the club. But we'll have a look at the table to finish. We're back into the European places. We're 5th, level on points with Manchester United and Southampton, who are in 6th and 7th respectively. It's Chelsea who lead 3 points ahead of second place Manchester City. So we've played the top 2 in this episode and we haven't been beaten, which is good. Obviously disappointing to go out the FA Cup at the hands of League 2 Wycombe, but probably well done to them over the course of it. They did make us look very, very ordinary. But that's it for this episode, guys. We're going to keep pushing, trying to get a European place. As I said, make sure you like the Facebook page. Come over, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, everything else as well. Instagram, the links are all in the description. And we'll see you again in the next episode.